If na for country, where law they work, this sports minister then for don't resign honorably. If na where law they work, this man for don't resign honorably. Just hear wetin him talk. Hear the excuse when they go. Every time. This country where we they go, we they borrow bicycle. The thing just happen sharp. Then just decided to that particular bus then give Nigeria 2 slots. Just listen to this man.
With them and all that.
I mean, those explanations are not tenable. I mean, they make.
I've just explained something to you now.
They make Nigeria look bad.
Nobody had control over favor crying or not. All I'm telling you is that at that point that happened, the president of NOC defended the fact that there was a Nigerian journalist at that point as well consoling her, and that's the most.
Minister, can you clarify the borrowed bicycle matter? That's another one that they had to go online on social media to be able to express our view. Did Nigeria really borrow bicycle from for Nigeria to compete at the Olympics? Is that what happened?
Again, you're going to find out that a lot of the explanations that I'm going to make in this program are explanations that I get details from the different federations. Again, underscoring the point that I made at the beginning about the fact that those who run these sports and these are the various presidents and the various leaderships of the federations. But having said so, again, in terms of my proactiveness, there is none of these that I found that I didn't immediately swing into action. I immediately called the president of the Cycling Federation to find out from him what happened. And the details, of course, I already tried to explain. What are those details? That before Nigeria left, Team Nigeria left for Paris, that Nigeria qualified for just one race in cycling. And the ministry made provision for every of the sporting federation in terms of their competition equipment. In this case, for cycling, it's going to be what? The cycling that is going to be required for that competition. When they arrived in Paris, the attention was called by the international body to say that a country had been disqualified and 2 more races were now awarded to Nigeria. At that point, those races required what? A particular equipment to compete. An equipment, a bike, for example, that after paying and ordering, you need to wait for about 2 months. We're already at the Olympics. What the federation did was to liaise with SAS school in Spain and in partnership with a German company to be able to get the bike that she used to compete. That's exactly what happened. It was not a failure in terms of the inability of the ministry to provide an equipment. It was done for the race and the only race that cycling qualified for until this came up while the team was already in Paris.
Fait accompli. It looks like it.
Looks like what?
Like a fait accompli.
I made some explanations to you, Seun.
No, I'm saying that what you have explained looked like there was nothing you could do at that moment because she was already at that event.
I mean, so the most you could do to get her to compete was to get into the kinds of partnerships.
So a German athlete,
a German, has Spanish school, a German company in liaison with this federation, the in charge of cycling, had to do all that to be able to get her. When I called the president himself was embarrassed that SA had gone public with what she posted. But if you look at what she posted, 2 things. First, there was a misunderstanding of her post. Secondly, she didn't also state the proper context in which that took place. And that gave rise to a lot of the things that you now heard. But I've explained to you, what I've explained is actually what happened. Already at the Olympics, 2 more races were awarded that required some particular approved bikes for which the country couldn't have. Even if we paid money that day, we wait till after the Olympics to get the bike. And what happened was to now liaise with her school in Spain, because this is a girl that the federation even took permission to allow her to continue her training